They have now reached agreement with the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl was holding out. They wanted a separate set of rules to protect the integrity and the history of their bowl game. That's gone by the boards. The College Football Playoff Committee, in negotiations with all the other bowl games, got everybody in lockstep with how this thing is going to be structured when they expand it to 12 teams. Rose Bowl stood on the side and said, no, not us. Well, the College Football Playoff Committee came back to the Rose Bowl people, John, and they told them, if you do not agree to be in the rotation for all these other bowls, if you don't agree that we have the right to change the starting time of your Rose Bowl game and even maybe change the day, you won't be part of this. Rose Bowl did not want to host a first or a second round game. All they wanted to be the Rose Bowl semifinal championship game. College Football Committee said, no, can't do that. You're going to operate under the same set of rules that the Orange Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl and all the other ones will. Well, they gave them a deadline of Wednesday night, and Wednesday night, the Rose Bowl conceded. We'll join the college football playoff structure. If you pull the game out of January 1st at 2 p.m., we understand. But we think we're big enough that we should be a big-time player to host the semifinals or the finals. So the Rose Bowl, to a degree, caved in. They're going to still get good games, but so will all the other bowls. So we're going to 12-team playoff, John, effective January of 2024. So this will be the final year of the bowl structure, 2023, that we have. New bowls will kick in 2024. There'll be 12 teams. And there's a huge argument. Do we really want to have the back end? But there's so much money out there. That's why they're doing 12. Because part of the deal with the 12 is, oh, yeah, maybe we'll take a ranked Mid-American Conference team or a Mountain West Conference team, and they could play. But at the end of the day, do you really want the champion of the Mid-American Conference to play Georgia in a first-round game? What kind of football is that going to be? Do you realistically think Boise State or San Diego State or Fresno State would have any prayer at all against Michigan in a first-round game? So there's still a huge arguing point, but there's so much money out there. That's why they're pushing forward. So historically, you and I like loyalty and tradition and all that, razzmatazz. Well, that's gone by the boards where the Rose Bowl's finally had to change its mind.
I love this. I mean, I love expanding the playoff because remember in the beginning, the college playoff was just 1 versus 2. And the third team had a legit point that they could say they were number 2. So now you're expanding it. You're getting more people involved. It's starting to be a little bit like March Madness, moving in that direction. And yeah, I mean, if San Diego State goes up against Georgia, hypothetically, it's going to be a lopsided matchup. But, you know, this is when you see underdogs rise up and some crazy things happen, and it could be kind of fun. And each of those bowls will still be able to preserve their business interests because they're going to have people coming into town. I mean, the Rose Bowl, I mean, people come here for the parade. They come here to escape the East Coast during that time. They're still going to do well attendance-wise. And it just seems like a natural fit that you take a lot of those traditional bowls, you put them as quarterfinal games, semifinal games, you have a bit of a rotation. The Rose Bowl is the granddaddy of them all, but the world has shifted. The world has changed.
It surely has.